Hello everyone and welcome to the new video of NoCode Cult. So previously we have seen the Webflow's workspace and how to get work done in Webflow. This time we are going to create a web app like this one. We are going to create this landing page using Webflow. So let's get started. First we have to create our account on Webflow, and after that you have to click on new site. So this is a Figma design that I have created for a web page. You can create design like this using figma.com. So after clicking on new site, you have to select the template. So we will go with the blank one, and you have to give your site a name. Just name it demo and click on create site. So it will take some time to load the workspace. So this is your canvas where you can create your site. So first thing first, what we need is the menu. So here we have to drag and drop a nav bar for it. Here it is. We'll drop it on the top. And here we have given body some padding. So let's give this one's body some padding also. So to give padding to the both side, press Alt and then move this. So it will give the padding from both of the sides. So this much padding is good. After that, we have to give the background color. So let me just copy this code. And we have to give navbar this color. And we have to give navbar some padding also, just like on our site. And let's round its corners. Okay. So what we have to do next is include this one and all of the menu tags. So let's drag and drop a heading. Inside this brand, and I'll delete. No, I'll drag this one also because we will need two headings. And what we need is its font. So as we can see, its font is Italiano. So this font is not available by default in Webflow. So we have to include this font here. So what we'll do, we'll go to the font here and click on add font. So here you can select the font from the Google font. We want Italiano, so we'll search for it. This one, and click on add font. You can even include a custom font by uploading here. And we are going to need one more font, which is Average Sans. So let's include it also, and then refresh. So now the fonts are included. We will type our site title, and change this font to Italiano and its color to white so it is more visible. And here in mode type option we can increase the space between the letters. So we'll have 5, or you can even change it to 4. After this we can decrease its size. So its size is 32, so we'll give it here 32, and we'll change the adding to solution. Its font will be Average Sans and its color will be white. Its position will be in middle. So let's give this background also shadow. Okay, so this must look good. Just adjusting some positions. Okay, so now we have to include the menus. So here we have some options already given about home, contact and about. So we'll change it to services. Change its font type again. Now let's see what size it is. So it is 20. Increase some size, space between the letters. Change its color. And give it some padding so that it looks in the center, just like this. And we can remove other options and click on it and Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. So change the text What we want is company, blogs, and contact us. So let's check it out on tablet. It will change to menu. So we have to change its size also. And this must look good. And we can change its color to white. And on smartphone. So now we have created our navbar. Move on. We have to create our hero. So for this, we can use the layouts of hero as it is. So to create a hero like this, we can drag and drop any of the layouts. I'll go with this one and drop it here and give it some margin. And I can remove this tag and we can copy and paste this button. Can drop these two in a column so that it will look like this, these two buttons. And here can change the buttons shape, give it some round. Change stack to begin. And now change its background color also. And here we will change all of the text. Set it weight to bold and increase its size. And now we have to increase the gap some more. And space between them is increased by giving some height. So this much height is good. We'll choose the same background for change this color to white. Now what we have to do with this one, we have to give it a name like services. and we have to remove the color, but we have to give it the border of this color. So what we'll do, remove the color and only border is left. We'll increase its radius, give it some border. So now the border color is black, so we'll change it to same as this one's. And now we have to include the image. So I will remove this image. Here we can choose the image and we have to drop our image file to this asset folder. Include it in my asset folder. And now the image is included here. So I can increase its size and I can decrease its size directly. To get images like this, you can go to undraw.io and here you can search for images. So we have created these two things and we have to include this text also. So I'll just copy and paste it by including a text block just here. And here I'll change its color so it is visible. And give this box a padding. I'll increase its size also. And change this text font to robot. So your robot is not available. So let's change it to this one. Looks quite similar. Now next we have to create this who we are. So for that we will include a container or a div block. So you can include a div block here, give it some margin. Okay, this must look good. And then we will round its corner. And now after rounding it, we will give it some color. So let's get the color code. This one. Since we are going to use this color code again and again, we can save it by going here and I'll give it this color and I can add it here. Give it a name so it has taken black on its own. So now what I need next is a block to write who we are. So just drag and drop a heading and drop it here. We have to give it a color. And this is a background color. We have to give text the color. So this one. And we have to arrange it in middle. And give it some padding and up and down. So you can click on Alt and give padding from both sides. Now you can wrap it under a container. This div block, so that you can give the block a margin also. So you can shrink it to how many small you want it. This is good. And we can change its font to average sans again. Or anything which look good. So I'll go with this one. What we need next is this block. So it will be our text block. We can simply drag and drop it here. Align its position and give it a color. So we can wrap it again in a container to give it some margin. Internal padding. So now let's see how it looks on tab and on smartphone. You can see it is not breaking or getting out of the context because we are using container for everything that we include. This is the one benefit of container. Next is, why should we choose us? So just copy this and we can paste it. And change it to and now what we have to create is this one. So we can either create it manually or we can use CMS to create this one. So let's see how you could use CMS to create this. So for that, first you have to create a CMS. So we'll go to CMS option here and click on create your first collection. What we need is collection name, so give it a name like demo and click on create. Click on save changes. So now you can import or export an Excel file that already has all the information which you have to display here. So I already have a Excel file, so you have to save it to a CSV file, and then you can include it in this CMS. So let's get it from my desktop. So here it will ask you that whether the header is the title, the first line is the title or not. So click on import by creating a new field and select a new field as plain text, and this one also. Can use rich text for the description. So I have all the information of these two, all of these, but I do not have the image file, so we have to include these image file manually. So let's just create or import 5 demos. So it will import automatically, and I can download all of these from under.io, or I can just click on these and go to my Figma file and click on export. So now I have all these images and my CMS is also imported. Now we'll get back to our page. We can drop our CMS directly inside the container we have created just now, and we can choose its source to be demos, and we can choose its style. So since we have to display 5 items, this will be nice. And here on our CMS, we will include heading. Click on get text from demos and select title. Change to white. We have to decrease its size. And the height also. And then we will need an image. And here on choose image, we can choose different images, or what we can do, we can include images in our CMS by clicking on settings, and here we can create a new field which will be an image field. We will label it as images and click on save field. So now click on save collection, and we can add images to our fields. So now I have included all the images. We'll get back to our page, and here on images, get images from demos and select the field as image. So now it will get all the field automatically. You can change its height and size, width, but just leave it to default. In collection item, we will include a column, and we will put both of these inside one column. We have to change the collections background, so we will choose the same color. And then give it some radius. Okay, now this look good. So now we have to include the rich text. For that, we will drag and drop this rich text below this and get text from demos and click on body. And here we have to change its color also. We'll change it to white. Change its position to middle. And we have to decrease its size. We can wrap this by using a div block and then putting text inside it. We have given it some margin. Let's see how it looks on different devices. So somewhere it is breaking, so we can increase its margin more. So now it has covered all these. Next is we have to include this. Tell us about your project. So what we will do, we will include a column. And inside this column, in one hand side, we can include a form block. Here it will ask for email and name. So we will give name some color white so it is visible. Same for email address. Give it some padding. And now we can give it some padding from right hand side also. And now on this side, we want tell us about your project. So for this, we will include a heading. We will choose its color to be white again. Increase its size. Give it some height. Now we'll give some padding from the above. Now inside this, we will need a text, and we will change its font type also. And this one, do a text block just below it. And paste it just below this one and change its color to white, its position to middle, increase its size. Now we will give the main column same color as this one. And we will increase its radius so that it is round as everything on our site. We will give some padding. So now it looks good. And last we need this footer. So either I can use the footer template directly from its layout, or I can create one by including the grid. So here are some footers that are created automatically. So I can just include it below this and remove its background. And change all of it text color. And here I will include this by copying it and pasting it in this block. And my footer is created. For a line like this, I will just include a section and give it a color. And now I can say it by publishing it. So after publishing, you will see by clicking on this link that your site is created. And you can save changes here and then click on publish as many times as you want. And now we can see the changes. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe to NoCode Cult.